Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello again. Hello to all of you out there, somewhere behind the screen. Hello to the gods of English. Hello to the gentle chickens of the forest. And a big welcome to the gnus of the plains, the lemurs of the jungle, and... No, I can't remember the other group. Can any of you remember? No? Oh well, a big welcome to the other group anyway. Okay, are you all ready? Yes? Good. And what about the animals? What's the deal with the animals? Ivan? Ivan? Hang on. That's not Ivan, is it? No. Well, where's Ivan?
Ivan's not here this week, Gav. He's gone on holiday. I think he's gone to Siberia. He will be back next week.
Oh, thanks, Yuri. Well, who's looking after the animals this week? Oh, it's you, John. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce John B. Watson. He's looking after the animals this week while Ivan is on holiday. And, John, how are the animals behaving?
Well, Gav, things are going well. The dog, what's his name, is sitting down. The cat thing is asleep. And the hairy, what is that? A hedgehog? Well, that hairy thing knows he has to be quiet. Everything's going well.
Well, that was a bit disrespectful, wasn't it? I know that John is a famous psychologist, but, well, he called Gusti, what's his name? That's not very nice, is it? Gusti has got a name. Gusti. Why didn't John ask what he was called? And Margot? Well, all I can say is that it's a good job that Margot was asleep. I don't think that she would like to know that John called her a cat thing. If she heard that, she'd probably scratch his eyes out. And Nigel, lovely, sweet, friendly Nige. John called him a hedgehog. What a thing to say to a guinea pig. Hedgehog? Hedgehog! Listen to me, John B. Watson. We're a family here. So we expect you to treat our animals as family members. They're part of the family too. So, a little bit of respect is required. Okay? You have to tell the animals what to do, but they're nice animals. They're good animals. So, be nice to them. Get to know them. Remember their names. Okay? Good. Well, I hope you'll make more of an effort in the future. Now, let's leave John B. to get to know the animals, and we can get stuck in to today's lesson. Okay, OJ, here we go. Onwards to glory. Now, when I got home after our last lesson, I remembered something about apostrophes. Do you all remember that I told you about apostrophes? Well, as you all know, we use apostrophes to indicate possession. This is Yuri's spaceship. This is Ivan's cat, for example. But last lesson, we also saw that if we remove letters from a word, we put an apostrophe in place of the letters. So halfpenny becomes halfpenny. And we can see that a letter or some letters have been removed. That's what the apostrophe tells us. Okay. We also know that the same thing works with some numbers. When I tell someone I was born in November 70, then they know that I mean 1970. But I'm too cool to waste my time saying 19. Sometimes it works. I was in Alabama in '09. Sounds okay. But they were in Birmingham in '11. That sounds silly. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, rock and roll. The cool kids, the hip kids, the people who aren't square. They always drop the A and the D from the word, and they're too cool for school, Daddy-o. So they don't say rock and roll, they just say rock and roll. Just think about how much time they save. Rock and roll, rock and roll. They must save, I don't know, maybe a second. They save 1 second every time they say rock and roll. Now that's impressive. Now, the people who write rock and roll do so correctly, with an apostrophe to show that there's a letter missing from in front of the N, and there's a letter missing from after the N. Fine, but what about these rock rebels? Blimey! Look at them! Crikey! They're hard, aren't they? Cool! Look! That one's got a nose ring! God's teeth! And that one, the one in the middle, well, he's wearing sunglasses indoors! What a wild bunch! Bloody Nora! Zounds! Well, I don't think that we should stare at them for too long. They're very hard, these rock rebels. And that's the point I was trying to make. This is the band Guns N' Roses. And look at the way that they spell their name. Crikey! Zowie! Yes, these boys are so hard. They're so rock hard that they laugh in the face of English grammar. They snigger at the Grammys, like me, who think that we need apostrophes to show that 2 letters are missing. These boys only use 1 apostrophe. Rock rebels, lock up your daughters, hide the chocolate biscuits, run and hide, conceal the fizzy drinks, pretend that you're not at home, and whatever you do, don't answer the door. Rock rebels are coming. Ah! Okay, sorry about that. I feel better now. Okay, so, shall we move on? Yes, let's. All right. So the doors and windows are locked, and the scary rock rebels, the ones who laugh at grammar grannies, they can't get in. We're safe. All right. So, on we go. Now, what do you all remember about the Benchfield shopping saga? That's right. The last time we saw them, Alfredo, John, and Doreen were in a particular section of the supermarket, weren't they? They were in the fruit and veg section. Now, I remember that we discussed the fact that the word vegetable looks like it contains 4 syllables, vegetables, but we know that when we pronounce the word, we squash the middle bit together so that when we say it, the word only has 3 syllables. Vegetables, vegetables. I can think of another word like this too. I normally ask if you're sitting comfortably at the start of every lesson, don't I? Now, this is something from my childhood. The first time I heard this question was when I was very, very small. When I was about 4 or 5, I suppose. My mother would turn on the radio every day at the same time, and my sister, my mother, and I would listen to the radio program Listen with Mother. This was a radio program which was meant for children under 5. And every episode started the same way, with a lady asking if we were ready. The lady would ask, "Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin." Now, as we can see from that word, the adverb from the adjective comfort, the word looks like it also has 4 syllables, doesn't it? Comfortably. But again, just like the word vegetable, when we pronounce it, it's only got 3 syllables. In the same way as we do with vegetables, we squash the middle of the word together. It becomes comfortable. So if you see someone sitting on a potato, you can ask the correct English question with the correct number of syllables, can't you? Is that vegetable comfortable? Okay, bench fields. They were in the fruit and vegetable section of the supermarket, and they just put some apples into their trolley. Now, what's happening now? Okay, apples, check. What else do we need from here? Well, we need lots of vegetables, Dad. Fresh vegetables. Okay, tell us what we need, and Doreen and I will put the vegetables in the trolley. Are you ready, Doreen? Yep. Okay, well, for a start, we need tomatoes. Tomatoes, check. And then we need potatoes. Everyone in our family likes potatoes. Potatoes, check. And we need some celeriac too. Some what? What was that you said? Celeriac? What on earth's that? What? Oh, Dad, you must know celeriac. It's what we need when we're making lasagna, for example. I don't think I know that vegetable. Doreen, you go and find it. John, what else do we need? Okay, well, onions and garlic. Onions, check. Garlic, check. More onions, Dad. Get some white onions as well. Mum sometimes uses white onions. Okay, white onions. Red onions, check. What about these onions? They're a sort of, well, light brown colour. They're called yellow onions. Yes, you'd better get some of them too, Dad. Here's the celeriac. Let me see. What on earth is that? That's celeriac, Dad. Ah, okay. What do you do with it? Well, you peel it and then cut it into pieces, and well, Mum uses it when she makes lasagna, for example. Are you sure? It looks like, well, I don't know. It's a funny looking thing, isn't it? Dad, most root vegetables are funny looking things. It's not what it looks like, but what it tastes like. Okay, I'll believe you. If you two say we need it for lasagna, then I'm all for it. I love lasagna. But what about that green stuff at the top? What's that for? Well, we can eat that as well, but sometimes Mum uses it as decoration for food dishes too. Okay, I'm going to stop asking questions about vegetables. What else do we need? Well, carrots, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, mushrooms? Oh no, not Brussels sprouts. I hate Brussels sprouts. Yeah, so do I. Let's leave the Brussels sprouts. Your mother always insists on having them at Christmas, and once a year is more than enough as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'll leave the Brussels sprouts, but you two have to help me get the rest of the veg. All right. Well, now we're cooking with gas, aren't we? So, lots of vegetables. And did you hear? Doreen abbreviated the word vegetables, didn't she? Lots of people do this in the UK because fruit has got one syllable and vegetables has got three. Remember, 3 syllables. People often shorten or abbreviate the word to veg. And when they do that, they put an apostrophe at the end of the word to show that letters are missing. All right, and oh, is that the time? Oh, blimey, we're out of time. We'll have to leave the bench fields for the day and catch up with them tomorrow. Oh, well, that's okay, isn't it? As long as the rock rebels have gone. Have they gone? Oh, good. We can go home now. All right, people, I'll see you all tomorrow. Remember to have fun. And if you're not as hard as a rock rebel, remember to put an apostrophe in place of a missing letter or number. Okay? Right. Have fun. I'll see you later. Oh, and don't forget, www.m5tv.hu. See you later. Bye.